بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه. اللهم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي إن أريد إلا الإصلاح ما استطعت وما توفيقي إلا بالله. Respected brothers, sisters and dear listeners, Alhamdulillah, last week we started this new version of As-Siratul Nabawiyyatul Atra. And as we mentioned last week that our beloved Prophet Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he is a descent from Sayyidina Ismail, from Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam. And we mentioned that inshallah we are going to go briefly from Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam to our beloved Prophet, and from our beloved Prophet inshallah we'll go with a bit of details. We stopped last week when Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam, he was not much convinced with these people worshipping the idols which his father just manufactured, and the people start worshipping, and he decided to destroy it, and they threw him in the fire, and it didn't harm him. The people after that, they sit and said, what should we do with this Ibrahim? He's destroying our gods, he is confusing our people. Let us decide something. So they decided to kick him out, to exile him out of his hometown or in Iraq. So Sayyidina Ibrahim, he came out with those whom they believed in him. How many persons came out with Sayyidina Ibrahim after all this miracle which happened and everything? How many? Only single one person. Subhanallah, Sayyidina Lut alayhi salam, his nephew. And that actually also gives us a hope that you shouldn't give up. Sayyidina Ibrahim today, while I'm talking to you, all the believers on the earth, Muslim, Jewish, Christian, they all following Da'wat Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam. So Sayyidina Ibrahim, he carried on, traveled, then he went to Syria. In Syria, he settled there and started also make da'wah to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. People start to believe in him. He stayed in a place called Damascus, then in Halab. In Halab, actually, I would love to mention to you an interesting story, which I always feel it is important to mention. Sayyidina Ibrahim, while he was in his house, a man walked in and he told him, I want some food. So Sayyidina Ibrahim, he was very generous. If somebody come to his house, he slaughter animal, he feed him as much as he can. So after he feed that person, then he found the man worshipping the fire, making shukr to the fire that you grant him that food. And so Sayyidina Ibrahim get very cross, and he kicked him out of his house. Said, after I feed you, you are worshipping this fire, go out. The moment the man walked out of the house, Sayyidina Jibreel came and told Sayyidina Ibrahim, yeah Ibrahim, I'm coming with a message from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah is telling you, this very same person, I'm feeding him 3-4 meals a day throughout his life. And I never kicked him out of my kingdom. And you from out of one meal, you just kicked him out. Sayyidina Ibrahim, before Sayyidina Jibreel left, he ran behind this man. And he managed to fetch him. Tell him, brother, my apology. My Lord, who is feeding me and feeding you, he sent me his messenger and he told me like this, like this, like that. So I told him, that's your Lord. So that should be the God whom I should pray for. وَأَشْهَدُ أَنْ لَا إِلَهَ إِلَّا اللَّهِ. And he became a Muslim. So the way of da'wah also, you must get patient and don't fed up. So anyway, Sayyidina Ibrahim, he carried on. And as we mentioned, inshallah we go briefly, and maybe if Allah give us time, we make Siratul Anbiya. Inshallah we go with a bit of details on these stories. Sayyidina Ibrahim, after that, he went to Palestine, to Hebron, which is known now Madinatul Khalil. Well, he settled there. He married Sittuna As-Sayyida Sarah. And he also carried on traveling. He traveled to Egypt. In Egypt, he went all this time, he's going, for da'wah, calling the people toward Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So he went to Egypt, he met the king of Egypt, and tried to call them toward the deen of Allah. Then the Egyptian king, he offered him a Sayyida Hajar. In fact, some people thought Sayyidah Hajar was a slave. No, she was not a slave. She was a daughter of one of the kings. And she was captured in one of the battles and kept by that king. So he gave it, as a gift to Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam. And Sayyidina Ibrahim, he married from Sayyidah Hajar. Now Sayyidina Ibrahim, he is 70 years old and he never have any child. So he turned to Allah, he said, Rabbi habli min as-salihin. Oh Allah, grant me a child. And he could be a pious child. فَبَشَّرْنَاهُ بِغُلَامٍ حَلِيمٍ. Allah gave him the glad tidings, said, I'm going to give you very pious, kind, nice boy. So Allah granted him Sayyidina Ismail. And Ismail in Hebrew means Ishma. Ishma means Isma, listen to. Il means Allah in Hebrew. So Ishma, Il means he listened, Allah has listened to him and Allah answered his prayer and his dua. So Sayyidina Ibrahim, he carried on with his family now, Sayyidah Sarah, Sayyidah Hajar and his baby Ismail. They went to Palestine. Then one day the call came, Sayyidina Ibrahim, all his life is just in a state of traveling. The call came and says, go to Mecca. Where is Mecca? I don't know. How can I reach there? I don't know. So Allah guided him with a cloud, like what is happening with our beloved Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The cloud directed Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam until he reached to Mecca al-Mukarram. Mecca by that time, it was just desert, no life, no people, nothing. So Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam, he sit in that place, put his wife and his little baby Sayyidina Ismail. Sayyidina Ismail at that time, he was almost 1 year old. So Sayyidina Ibrahim, the call came again, he have to travel. And left his wife and that little baby behind. So Sayyidina Hajar, she told him, Ya Ibrahim, where are you going to? He said, I'm obeying commands of Allah. She said, if that is the case, فَفِي أَمَانِ اللَّهِ, just go. And left Sayyidina Hajar and her baby Ismail in the middle of that desert. So Sayyidina Hajar, the little bit of food and water they carrying start to get finished. The baby start crying. He's hungry. He's thirsty. So Sayyidina Hajar, she ran to the mountain of Al-Safa, seeking help from any person, anybody help, any help. She can't find. Then she rushed to Al-Marwa, 1. Then from Al-Marwa to Al-Safa, 2. From Al-Safa to Al-Marwa, 3. She did this 7 times. Then after she fed up and she can't find any help from any person, she turned to Allah. Said, Ya Allah, I know you will never let us down. What am I going to do with my little baby? At this particular moment, the miracle happened. When you wanted to dig a borehole in your house, you need to get a heavy machine and you will dig and dig for a week or 2, go up to as far as 100 meters to get a bit of water. With the feet of that little baby, Sayyidina Ismail alayhi salam, he just make his feet like this on the ground, the water come abundant. Sayyidina Hajar, she turned, she found water coming under the feet of her baby. She ran to the water, she drank from the water, she gave her baby, and then the water is still going on and on and on. She make her hand like this and said, Zummi, Zummi. Zummi, Zummi means stop, stop, enough, otherwise it's going to flood. And this was the water of Zamzam, from Zummi, Zummi. So now, water is life. When there is water, there is life. So the birds start to fly over this. So the tribes around Mecca, they start to notice that why the birds all the time going there? So they want to explore, they found plenty of water. And they heard the story from Sayyidina Hajar, was a tribe called Jurham, Al-Amaliq, etc. So those Jurham people, they told Sayyidina Hajar, you got permission, can we sit next to you? Because there is water. And the people start, Sayyidina Ibrahim actually, before he left, when he left his wife and his baby, he turned to Allah, he said, ربنا إني أسكنت من ذريتي بواد غير ذي زرع عند بيتك المحرم فاجعل أفئدة من الناس تهوي إليهم وارزقهم من الثمرات لعلهم يشكرون. Sayyidina Ibrahim, he turned to Allah and said, oh Allah, I left my little family behind in this poor land. Oh, make the heart of the people attached to this place and give them fruits and food. So, answering Allah's, Sayyidina Ibrahim's dua, this was the people start to come to this place, plenty, and settle down. And this place, Mecca, it became like a center for trading between Sham, Syria, and Yemen. And people sit down and they start getting life and very viable place. Sayyidina Ibrahim, he used to come up and down visiting his children. Now Sayyidina Ismail alayhi salam, he is 13 years old. Throughout his travel, Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam, he used to see the people building very huge temples where they put these idols and worshipping in Iraq, in Syria, in Egypt. So he was praying to Allah to make a house where Allah can be worshipped in that house. So Allah commanded Sayyidina Ibrahim to build Al-Kaaba. And in fact, Sayyidina Ibrahim, he didn't build it, he just raised it up, because Al-Kaaba was يَرْفَعُ إِبْرَاهِيمُ الْقَوَاعِدَ مِنَ الْبَيْتِ. The foundations were there from the time of Adam alayhi salam. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commanded Sayyidina Ibrahim to build Al-Kaaba al-Musharraf. So Sayyidina Ibrahim, he built Al-Kaaba, assisted by his son. And he used to stand on a stone when the building get higher and higher, and his footprint, it get on that stone, what we call it, Maqam Ibrahim. For those who went for Hajj, Maqam Ibrahim, which is next to Al-Kaaba al-Musharraf, I found his footprint on it. So the building is finished up to that level. Then there was one corner, one stone on one corner is still missing. So Sayyidina Ibrahim told his son, can't you go and get me a stone to fit on that corner? By the time he went to get the stone, came back, he found the stone already there. So he told the father, what's happened? He said that stone, it came with an angel from the heaven, Al-Hajar al-Aswad, that black stone. Now Al-Kaaba is completed. Sayyidina Ibrahim is happy. There is at last a house where the people can worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in it. Now, Sayyidina Ibrahim and his family, they went through very, very serious test. He saw in a dream that he is slaughtering his son, that beloved son who was waiting for him over 70 years. And the dreams of the prophets is wahy. He has to obey the commands of Allah. So he took his son and got the knife and walked out. He told him, my son, let us go for a walk. Now, Sayyidina Ibrahim is taking his son to obey Allah's command. Who is not happy? Shaitan, as usual. When you are coming to the masjid, you found 110 excuses to stop you from coming. And it's very good and brilliant excuses always. That is the shaitan's business. So he came first to the most soft person on this circle, the mother. Told him, do you know where is your son going? She said, no, he's going for a walk with his father. He said, no, his father is going to slaughter him. He said, slaughter him, why? He said, he saw in a dream that Allah commanded him to slaughter his son. He said, if that is the case, he must do it. Subhanallah. Imagine the mother, somebody going to slaughter her son. She didn't even show any angry or any worry. Said, if this is Allah's command, he should do it. Said, oh, there's no business here. Let us go to the boy. He went to Sayyidina Ismail. He told him, you know what is your father taking? He said, he said, no, he's going to slaughter. Then he said, if that is the case, he should do it. Subhanallah. It's a very serious family. Then Sayyidina Ibrahim, while he's walking, he said, it's not fair, I must tell my son what I'm going to. Said, يا بني إني أرى في المنام أني أذبحك فانظر ماذا ترى. My son, I saw in my dream that I am slaughtering you. What do you think? The boy, without thinking, he said, Ya abati, if'al ma tu'mar, satajiduni insha'Allahu min as-sabirin. Oh my father, do what have Allah commanded you, and you will see me very tolerant and very patient. And he told his father something amazing. He told him, Father, if this is Allah's command, when you are slaughtering me, put my face down. Don't put my face up. That when you see me, you don't hesitate. And when you are slaughtering me, sharpen the knife. That you shouldn't hesitate while you are slaughtering me. And stay a bit far that the blood won't spill over your clothes. Then when you see this blood on your clothes, you remember me and you start crying. And when you go back home, try to go from another road. Not the same road which you used, that you remember me. And you get lit sore. You want to have full mark. And when you go home, don't let my mother see children of my age. That she start crying. I want you people to take the full reward. Do you imagine this kind of people? So now, Sayyidina Ibrahim, while he's walking, Shaitan start to get worried. So he said, let us try with the big man now. So he walked to Sayyidina Ibrahim. He said, what are you going to do, man? He always came in the form of a man, Shaitan. Somebody who was a nice, smart, talking nicely and everything. And he's up till now doing this with us. He told him, what are you doing? How you can slaughter your own son? Sayyidina Ibrahim, he doesn't waste time. And inshallah, when we talk in him about details, I will tell you the character of Sayyidina Ibrahim. He didn't waste his time. He picked up 7 stones and said, Bismillah, Allahu Akbar. Bismillah, Allahu Akbar. Bismillah, 7 times. He met him by Al-Aqabat al-Kubra. Then few meters ahead, Al-Aqabat al-Wusta, Shaitan came again. Sayyidina Ibrahim the same. Bismillah, Allahu Akbar. Built the Shaitan 7 times. Al-Aqabat al-Sughra the 3rd time. Then Shaitan said, hey, there is no business, and he gave up. Then Sayyidina Ibrahim took his son. ولما أسلم وتله للجبين قلنا يا إبراهيم قد صدقت الرؤيا. Then when he's about to slaughter his son, as much as we mentioned last week, Allah stopped the function of the fire, make it not burning Sayyidina Ibrahim. He stopped the function of the knife, make it not cutting. Allah said, Ya Ibrahim, you proved that you are obeying my commands. وَفَدَيْنَاهُ بِذِبْحٍ عَظِيمٍ. And Allah sent a big ram with a big horn, and Sayyidina Ibrahim, he slaughtered that, sacrificed that animal to save Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam. And he gave the meat for the poor people. And he took his son and came back home. Very joyful, very happy that his son had been saved from being slaughtered. It was a serious test, of course. Then Sayyidina Ibrahim, he turned to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and said, Rabbana arina manasikana. Oh Allah, show us how to worship you, how to perform Hajj. Then Allah, He showed Sayyidina Ibrahim the Hajj. And He made most of the actions of the Hajj is the action of this holy family. So to make tawaf around the Kaaba al-Musharrafah, to make sa'i between Safa and Marwa like Sittina Hajar, Safa and Marwa 7 times, and to build a shaitan regime 7 times, Ramyat al-Aqabat al-Kubra wal-Wusta, those went for Hajj, all these details. So Allah showed the people how to make Hajj. Then Sayyidina Ibrahim, he performed Hajj. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He told Sayyidina Ibrahim, وَأَذِّن فِي النَّاسِ بِالْحَجِّ يَأْتُوكَ رِجَالًا وَعَلَى كُلِّ ضَامِرٍ يَأْتِينَ مِنْ كُلِّ فَجٍّ عَمِيقٍ. Oh Ibrahim, make call, make adhan for the people to come for Hajj. Sayyidina Ibrahim, he said, Ya Allah, how am I going? Allah said, make this adhan, and the people, each and every person in the corner of this earth, they will listen to you. Then Sayyidina Ibrahim said, Ya Allah, how come I am here in the Mecca and people all over the world? Then Allah, He told him, عَلَيْكَ الْأَذَانِ وَعَلَيْنَا الْبَلَاغِ. عَلَيْكَ الْأَذَانِ, you make the call, and the people, there was no satellite, there was no mobile phone, there was no any kind of communication. But how Sayyidina Ibrahim he stood, he said, oh, people come for Hajj with his voice. There was not even microphone or anything like that. That call of Sayyidina Ibrahim, up to the moment, until the day of Qiyamah, the people going, obeying the call of Sayyidina Ibrahim from each and every corner. And that's actually, listen to us. You wake up in the morning, you go to your shop, you go to your business, you go to your office, you go to your university, you go to your school, you do your work. But how much I'm going to earn, that's not your business, it's Allah's business. Give the call and I will make the people listen to it. وَجْعَلْ أَفْئِدَةً مِّنَ النَّاسِ تَهْوَىٰ. The heart of the people is attached to this place. You ask any person who didn't go for Hajj, he's crying to go for Hajj. The people who went for Hajj, they want to go again and again. And when the time of Hajj comes, you find that his heart is crying. He wants to be there. That's Dawat Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam. So the people, start to make Hajj, and Sayyidina Ibrahim showed them how to perform Salah and how to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then he's about to leave Mecca. Then before he left Mecca, he said, رَبَّنَا وَابْعَثْ فِيهِمْ رَسُولًا مِنْ أَنفُسِهِمْ يَتْلُو عَلَيْهِمْ آيَاتِكَ وَيُزَكِّيهِمْ وَيُعَلِّمُهُمُ الْكِتَابَ وَالْحِكْمَةَ. Oh Allah, send a prophet from these people to teach them your book and to guide them to your path. That was our beloved Sayyidina Muhammadin sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Sayyidina Muhammad said, Ana da'watu Ibrahim. Allah sent me answering dua Sayyidina Ibrahim. So anyway, Sayyidina Ibrahim, he left Mecca very happy, and he started traveling as usual, and he left his son Ismail behind, and his mother Hajar. Sayyidina Ismail now grown up, he's 18 years old, so he wants to marry. So he get married, and I want you please to listen to this, especially my sisters. Sayyidina Ismail, he married a lady from this tribe of Jurhum, those whom settled down and become in charge of Al-Kaaba al-Musharraf. So he married a lady called Sada bint Sa'ad. Listen to this. Sada bint Sa'ad, Sayyidina Ibrahim used to come up and down, to visit, especially during Hajj time. So he came to visit his son. So he walked into the house. He found this lady there. He said, Assalamu alaikum. Where is your husband? She said, my husband is out. Then he told her, how's life, my daughter? She told him, hey, it's terrible. Stuff. Hey, the food is little. And you find people like this in you meet anybody, business is down these days. I was like, hey, tough, man. You see him in the summer, I said, oh, it's too hot, man. You see him in the winter, hey, it's too cold. When are you going to say, Alhamdulillah? Subhanallah. So Sayyidina Ibrahim was not happy with this lady. Full of complaint. He told her, listen, when your husband come back, tell him I'm passing my salam. And tell him he must change. وَقُولِ لَهُ يُغَيِّرُ عَتَبَةَ بَيْتِهِ. He must change عَتَبَةَ بَيْتِهِ, like it's something in Arabic like the entrance of his house. Tell him he must change the entrance of his house. Then Sayyidina Ismail came back. His wife told him like this, like that. He told her, that should be my father. They are prophets, they understand the message. And he wants me to divorce you. And he divorced this lady and married another lady called Atika bint Amr. Sayyidina Ibrahim again came, nothing had been changed. He met Sayyidina Atika bint Amr. How are you, my sister, my daughter? How's life? She said, Alhamdulillah. We got plenty of bliss. We don't know how to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Food is plenty. I have a pleasant husband, I have this, I have that. Then he said, pass salam to your husband. وَقُولِ لَهُ يُثَبِّتُ عَتَبَةَ بَيْتِهِ. Tell him he must keep his house entrance and look after it. Then when she came and said, that is my father and he wants me to keep you. And from this Atika bint Amr, she gave 12 children. The first one was Nabit. The second one was Qaydar. From Qaydar came Adnan. From Adnan, Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You see, the blessing coming from that time. Because this lady should be like that, because Allah knows that from her descent is going to come the best Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created. Sayyidina Mawlana Muhammadin sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So time goes on. Sayyidina Ismail getting older, and he became a prophet. He told the people and he preached to people. His mother Hajar passed away, and she was buried next to Al-Kaaba al-Musharrafa. And then Sayyidina Ismail alayhi salam also died, and they both buried next to Al-Kaaba, this place where you call it Hijr Ismail, next to Al-Kaaba al-Musharrafa. So this tribe, Jurham, anybody from that time who's in control of Al-Kaaba al-Musharrafa, he's honored. He is honored, and he is in charge of all the Arabia. So this tribe of Jurham, they carried on generation after generation, and one Qaidar, that is the second son of Sayyidina Ismail, he stayed in Mecca, and the other went some other places. So about over 2,000 years on the line, this tribe of Jurham, they start to get weakened and weak, you know. So this attract the other tribe to come and attack them. Tribe called Khuza'a. They came and attack Jurham. They want to take over, because whoever take over Al-Kaaba, he's okay. He's in charge of everything. So Jurham, when they found that they can't make it, so their leader at that time, his name Mudad ibn Amr. Mudad ibn Amr, he found that they have to go. So they follow that policy, what we call burned or destroyed land. He destroyed each and everything behind, including Zamzam. He thrown big deers made of gold, their sword, everything, and he shut down, closed the Zamzam completely, hoping that one day they will come back and dig it again. So anyway, Jurham, they gone, Khuza'a take over, and the people from that time, Sayyidina Ibrahim, up to this time, they was still worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, praying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, performing the salah, performing hajj as Sayyidina Ibrahim and Sayyidina Ismail has taught them. Until a man, his name Amr ibn Amir ibn Luhay al-Khuza'i. This Amr ibn Luhay, he went in a trip to Damascus, to Syria. He found the people worshipping idols. And the idols looks nice and bright, you know. So he brought one of them called Hubal. Hubal made of aqiq, what we call ruby, that special stone. And he carried that Hubal, huge statues. Said, what are you doing? He said, no, we are still worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And you see, my brothers, how things deviated a little bit, and the end up was a disaster. So he said, we are worshipping Allah, but this God is going to make us closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. تُقَرِّبُنَا إِلَى اللَّهِ زُلْفَى. So he brought that Hubal, even when he's bringing that stage, his arm was broken. They put a golden one. And the people find this a good idea. So each tribe got its own god now, its own statues. Thaqif, they got Al-Lati, Khuza'a, they got Manat. Even he went up as far as Jeddah to dig. Sayyidina Nuh alayhi salam, when he passed away, also the people make 5 statues. With the Ghusa wa Ya'uqa wa Nasra, and those mentioned in Surah Nuh. In Jeddah, they make statues to his followers, said just to remind us with this Sayyidina Nuh. So he brought all these statues to the extent that Rasulullah when he walked into Mecca, when he conquered Mecca, there was 360 statues out of this one. You see how bad things could start. That's why Rasulullah he said, رأيت عمرو ابن عامر ابن لحي الخزاعي يجر قصبه في النار. Rasulullah he said, I saw this Amr ibn Luhay, he is pulling his intestine in the middle of the fire of Jahannam. Because Rasulullah he said, Man sanna, and that's very serious test for us. Man sanna sunnatan hasanatan falahu ajruhu wa ajru man amila biha ila yawm al-qiyamah. Wa man sanna sunnatan sayyi'a fa alayhi wizruha wa wizru man amila biha ila yawm al-qiyamah. Rasulullah said, whoever initiate or do a good deed, he will get the reward of it, and the reward of each and every person follow it till the day of Qiyamah. And on the other hand, whoever initiate a bad deed, he will get the sin of it, and the sin of whoever will follow it till the day of Qiyamah. You imagine this Amr ibn Luhay, how many persons followed his initiation and followed his ideas. So anyway, Khuza'a, this tribe, they carried on for over 300 years in charge of Al-Kaaba al-Musharrafa wa Mecca. Until a man, his name Qusay ibn Kilab. Qusay ibn Kilab, he is the 5th grandfather of our beloved Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Abdullah ibn Abdul Muttalib, ibn Hashim, ibn Abdul Manaf, ibn Qusay. That's Qusay ibn Kilab, the 5th grandfather of Rasulullah, and he is from Adnan. He managed to unite all the tribes descending from Adnan, things now going back to normal, and they managed to take over Khuza'a, and they kicked him out of Makkah al-Musharrafah. But Qusay ibn Kilab, he came with a new rules and new regulations controlling Al-Ka'bah al-Musharrafah. What are these rules and regulations, and how the people is going to take it? This is what we are going to know next week, inshallah. وأقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.